Hà Linh. Hà Linh. Chào con.
Bài
Hello,
bài sáng
teacher.
quên còn
How
không
are you?
đi. Ok.
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, Lian. Xin chào, Lian.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. And Ming Tam. Ming Tam. Chào con.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ming Tam?
I'm good.
Good. I'm sorry I
Thế Minh
didn't
Tâm, sao Minh
didn't
Tâm
see
đỡ
you.
chưa con? Minh yeah, because she was sick.
Dạ,
Con
You
đỡ
were
chưa?
sick.
con đỡ rồi ạ.
Ôi trời ơi khổ thân. Rồi thế nhé.
Ừ.
Okay, yes, sorry I didn't see you last week. Ming Tam, when I was in Vietnam. Would have been nice to see you face to face. But I hope you're feeling better. Okay, and Bao Lang. Xin chào.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Bao Lang?
I'm doing fine.
Good. And Ding Ming. Xin chào, Ding Ming.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you, teacher.
Good. That's good. And Ming. Chào con.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Ming?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. I hear you've had a busy weekend with your cousins, Ming.
Not too busy, but
Not too busy. I hope you had fun. Okay, so how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Kang Eun. Xin
Hello,
chào,
teacher.
Kang Eun.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, good. Good to see you. Okay, everyone, well, welcome to class. Great to see you all. And it was wonderful for me to spend time with you in Hanoi over the last couple of weeks. And great to see you all face to face. So now, as you can see, I'm back in New Zealand. Very cold here. So you can see I have the jersey on. I've also got the heater running. Ha Ling.
Yes.
Is it noisy? I have the fan heater going. Can you hear it? Or can you hear me okay still?
I hear you okay.
Okay. Hang on. I'll just have to let the cat in. Hang on a moment. The cat wants to come and see the heater.
Okay.
All right, everyone. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just review what you did last week for the mock test for both the speaking and the writing. I will go over the answer with you so you know how to do it next time. And I'm also going to get you actually to write out the correct answer for me again, which hopefully will help you remember some of the vocabulary and also some of the structure. But first of all, just to review very quickly how to answer writing task 1. Okay. Lian.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please, this is how to structure your answer. Can you please read the first sentence?
Paraphrase the first sentence. This is your introduction paragraph.
Very good. Thank you, Lian. Sang Hyu. Sang Hyu, oi. Where's he gone? Oh, he disappeared. Okay. Ha Ling.
Overview lists the two or most important things. Do not include any details or data. Think newspaper headline.
Okay. So thank you. That was good reading, Ha Ling. Okay. What this bit means, everyone, think of if you were writing a story, and remember all these graphs and tables and charts, what you are writing is a story describing them. Your overview is like the headline of a story. Okay, it is just a summary of what the story is about. Okay, and number 3. Bao Lang, can you read number 3, please?
2 details paragraphs. This is where you use datas, dates, and numbers.
Correct.
Paragraph 1.
Yeah, please keep going.
Paragraph 1. Go into detail about main features. Summarize. Paragraph 2. Go into details about a main feature and summarize.
That's good. And the final bit, I will get you to read, please. Ming Tam.
No conclusion is required for writing task 1.
That's correct. Thank you, Ming Tam. So what this means is you don't write any conclusion to any writing task 1 essay. You don't need to. Okay, you don't need to say in conclusion, this is what this graph means. Don't need to say any of that. So you only write how many paragraphs do you write for this? Zhang Ming. For writing task 1, how many paragraphs?
Did you call me?
Yes, I did, Zhang Ming. How many paragraphs do you write for writing task 1?
2 paragraph.
No. How many? You should know this off by heart by now. How many paragraphs altogether? How many paragraphs altogether?
3.
How many, Zhang Ming?
3.
No. No, you should know this. Zhang Ming, you should know this. Kang Ewan.
Is 4 paragraphs.
4 paragraphs. Okay. You remember now, Zhang Ming. 4 paragraphs. Okay?
Yes, I
Four,
remember.
yes, always 4 paragraphs. Actually, for any essay you write for Ielts, always write 4 paragraphs. Okay. And Chung Hu back. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, I have written down here, okay, P-O-T. P-O-T. What word does P-O-T spell, Chung Hu?
P is for paraphrase.
Yeah.
The first sentence.
Yeah.
O is for overview. And
Yeah.
T is for to detailed paragraph.
Good. And what word do the letters P-O-T spell? What word? P-O-T. What word is that?
Pot.
Chung Hu. Yes, pot. Pot. That's how you remember the structure, okay, of this writing task. Pot. Just remember the word pot. P-O-T. Paraphrase, overview, 2 detail paragraphs. Okay, thank you everyone for that. So now we're going to look at the answer. Okay. This is the graph that you all worked on last week. All right. It looks at changes in the population of India and China between, okay, how do you read these numbers? Leon. Changes in the population of India and China between what?
200 and 2050.
Not 200. Leon, have another look.
2000.
2000, correct.
Sorry.
That's fine. Don't need to say sorry. So the year 2000 and 2050. Remember, that's how we pronounce when we're talking about years in English. Just say 2050, not 2050. The only time you say 2000 is for this one, the first year of the new century. All right. So this is one way you can paraphrase the title of this graph. Okay. Ha Ling.
Yes.
Can you please read the paraphrase I have written?
The above graph illustrates past and persistent change in the populations of India and China over a 50 years period between 2000 and 2090.
Not 2090. Say again, Harling.
2050.
Correct. 2050. Okay. And can you please say this word, Harling, for me?
Predicted.
Good. Predicted. Predicted means what might happen in the future. Okay. Predicted means something that might happen in the future. That is the word to use in this paraphrase. Okay. You can see here in my paraphrase, I've used the word illustrates. What is another word I could have used instead of illustrates? Bao lang. Bao lang.
Instead of illustrate, you can
I could
use
say what?
shows or
Correct. Thank you. Or what, Bao lang?
demonstrate.
Demonstrates, yes. Okay. But shows or illustrates are probably the two best ones. Okay. So you can see here the words I've used is past and predicted. Okay. Because obviously, as you can see here, the graph looks at things that have happened before. Okay. And it is looking at what might happen in the future. So we use this word here, predicted changes. What changes might happen? That's what predicted means. Changes that might happen in the populations of India and China over a 50-year period, okay? Because obviously between 2000 and 2050 is 50 years. Very easy. Okay, so you can see, everyone, very simple. Very simple. Okay, so some of you, for a start, Ding Ming. Ding Ming.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Ding Ming, I have your answer here. All right.
Yes.
So, and you need to leave a space between these paragraphs. Okay, Ding Ming?
Yes.
Okay, in your answer, I didn't see any space. Can you see, Ding Ming? This is your answer. I know, a little bit hard to read. I know. Okay, but in your answer, you haven't left any space.
Yes.
So you need to leave a space, a blank line between each paragraph.
Yes.
Okay, otherwise that is counted as a punctuation mistake. All right, so please, everyone, remember to leave a blank space between the paragraphs. Okay. Ming Tam.
Yes.
Can you please read the overview paragraph for me?
It can be clearly seen that China's population was higher than India's at the beginning of the century, but that India's population is growing more rapidly and is expected to overtake China by 2030 and continue to grow, while China's population declines slightly.
Okay, good reading. Thank you, Ming Tam. So most of you got this correct, but you can see the overview. Remember, the overview is just a summary of what is happening in the graph. And like I said before, it's a bit like a headline of a story. It just tells you the main parts of the story. So you can see here, I hope. And of course, you need to use these words. It can be clearly seen that, or overall, okay, you must start like this. China's population was higher than India's at the beginning of the century. Okay, so that is here. In the year 2000, easy to see, China's population higher than India's. Remember, in the overview, you don't use any figures, so I'm not using any numbers. All I say is that China's population is higher than India's at the beginning of the century. Okay? Then I say, but India's population is growing more rapidly, okay? It's growing much more quickly than China's, all right? And is expected to, and I use this word here, overtake. If you don't know this word already, please make a note of it and add it to your vocabulary. Overtake just means to be more than, okay? Overtake, it's going to grow faster than China's by the year 2030. And then it is going to continue to grow while China's population, and you can see this here, most of you recognized what this was, Xiaoming. Xiaoming. Xiaoming, oi.
Yes.
Xiaoming, what is happening to the population of China here?
Population of China is drop
Dropping, or what is the other word you can use instead of dropping?
decrease.
Decrease, and one more. One
is
more. D what? D. It is dropping, decreasing, or DEC. DECL, Xiaoming.
DECL.
DECLI.
I don't remember clearly.
Okay, declines,
Decline.
declining. Okay, all mean the same thing, but it's useful to know all three. Okay,
Yes.
so the population of China is dropping, decreasing, or declining. Hang Uwan, how quickly is it dropping, decreasing, or declining? How quickly? Is it dropping or decreasing or declining rapidly?
No.
No. How would you describe this?
Is it's decreased slowly.
Slowly or slightly? Slowly or slightly? Okay, slowly or slightly. Okay, and in the overview, everyone, that is all you need to do. Okay, so I'm going to get you to write this in just a moment, just to make sure that you get some practice at this. Okay, but you can see at the beginning of the graph, the population of China much more than India, but India's is increasing more rapidly. By the year 2030, it is predicted. Okay, this word here again, it is predicted that the population of India will be the same as China, then the population of India will overtake. Overtake is the adjective to use. Will overtake China while China's population declines slightly or slowly. All right, that is all you need to know. Then detail paragraph number 1. Okay, now some people got a bit confused with the figures. All right, this number here is 1 billion. Okay, 1 billion. This number here is 1.1 billion, or 1,100,000. Okay, this here is 1.2 billion. What is this number here, Leon?
Is 1.3 billion.
Correct. Okay, good, Leon. 1.4 billion, 1.5 billion, and so on. Okay, so that is how you read these numbers, because it says here, total population in billions. Okay, so 1 billion, 1.1 billion, 1.2 billion. That's how you say it, and that is also the easiest way to write it. So you can see here what I have written. Chang-Hyu.
Yeah, teacher.
Can you read this first sentence, please, Chang-Hyu?
In 2000, the number of people living in India was 1 billion compared to China's 1.25 billion.
1.25.
1.25.
1.25 billion. That's how you say it. 1.25. Okay, and that's all you need to say. Okay, you can see here, population of India, 1 billion, population of China, about 1.25 billion. Okay, then you can see, by the way, you can see here I've used this word, compared. You must be able to use this word when you are trying to show the difference between one thing and another. You compare them. Compare them. Okay. However, India's population grew at a much, missed out a word, faster rate than China's, with both countries predicted to have the same population, 1.45 billion by 2030. Okay, you can see here, okay, this is about 1.45 billion. Does that make sense, Harling?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see both countries are predicted, okay, predicted to have the same population, about 1.45 billion by 2030. All right, and that is all you need to write for this paragraph. Again, you leave a space. Bao Lang,
Yes.
can you read the next sentence, please?
After 2030, the number of people in India is expected to continue to increase, while China's population growth peaks and then begins to decline. By
Good.
2050.
That's fine. Thank you, Bao Lang. I'll just stop you there. So again, instead of using the word predicted, okay, I've used a synonym, expected. Expected and predicted mean the same thing, everyone. Okay? After 2030, the number of people in India is expected to increase or predicted to increase. You can use either word. While the population of China has peaked. Hopefully you remember this word. A peak is the highest point that something gets to. So this is the peak of China's population, which is predicted to happen in the year 2030, after which it starts to decline or drop or decrease. Okay. And finally, the last sentence is Ding Ming. Ding Ming.
Yes.
Read the last sentence, please.
Just by 2050, India's population is expected to be 1.6 billion, while China has fallen to 1.4 billion, a graph of 2,000 million, and this is almost the complete opposite of 15 years year life.
50 years, this word here is pronounced earlier.
Earlier.
Ding Ming. Earlier. Good. Okay. And this number here, Ding Ming, is 200 million. Can you say that, please? 200.
200.
I think you said 2,000 million. Okay. It's only 200. 200 million. All right. So as you can see, okay, by this year, 2050, India's population 1.6 billion. China's population 1.4 billion, okay, which is a gap, okay, of 200 million. And like I say, almost the opposite, not exactly, but almost the opposite of 50 years earlier. Okay, the gap between the countries is about the same, but this time India is on top instead of China. So I hope you can see, everyone, the answer to this graph is actually very simple. Okay? I'm using very simple words. The only words you might not have heard before is this one, a word like this one, predicted, which, as I said, means the same as expected. Predicted and expected, something you think will happen in the future. predicted, and expected. Okay, I don't think there are any other words that you haven't used before. Most of the other words I'm sure you will understand. I've used this word here, peaks. Okay, China's population growth peaks here. Means it reaches its highest point, its peak. Then it starts to decline. Are there any questions about any of that? So this was, if you wanted to get a 9, a score of 9 for this graph, this is the sort of answer that you should have written. Again, as I said, there are no difficult words in here. You know, most of you know these words already, but you just have to make sure you use them, and you use them in the correct way and in the right order. So most of you in the test got the right idea, but some of your English was a little bit confused and some of your grammar wasn't quite right. So what I'm going to do now is okay. I'm going to share the link for this with you in chat. All right, everyone, I've sent you the link to this page in chat. Okay, I am now going to dictate the answer to you, and I want you to write it. Okay, so please start with your name. I'm going to dictate or read the answer to you, okay, and I want you to write it down as I say it. Kang Ewan, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to read. So this is also going to be a test of your listening, by the way. Okay, all I want you to do is listen to what I'm saying and to type it as I am saying it. Don't worry, I won't go too fast. You will have time to do this. But I'm doing this. Does this make sense to you, Xiaoming? What I want you to do?
Yes.
Okay, this is I want to make sure you know how to write these words, okay, and that you get used to writing these words in the correct order, so that you are now writing out an answer that would give you a perfect score if you were to do this test. All right, this is just a way of helping you to reinforce the messages that I'm giving you. Okay, so please, everyone, start with your name so I can see. I will watch to make sure everyone is writing this correctly. So please, everyone, start with your name. And I will start reading the sentences. Okay, here is the first paragraph, the paraphrase. The above graph illustrates. The above graph illustrates. Okay, illustrates has an S on the end. Changhu, illustrates. Past and predicted changes. Past and predicted changes. In the populations of India and China. And populations, by the way, also has an S on it. Populations is plural, so it must have an S on the end of populations. Over a 50-year period between 2000 and 2050. Over a 50-year period between 2000 and 2050. Okay. Sorry, everyone. The cat, Maya, wants to go out again. Hang on just a moment. All right. Leave a space, everyone. Leave a space for the overview paragraph now. It can be clearly seen that China's population was higher It can be clearly seen that China's population was higher than India's at the beginning of the century. Now, India's, by the way, has an apostrophe S on the end. So it's India's, India's. So it has an apostrophe S, apostrophe S. India's. It can be clearly seen that China's population was higher than India's at the beginning of the century, but that India's population is growing more rapidly. But that India's population is growing more rapidly. That's right, Leon, but that, Leon. Okay, but that. India's population is growing more rapidly and is expected to overtake China by 2030, and is expected to overtake China by 2030. Overtake is the word, everyone, is the adjective, overtake, and is expected to overtake China by 2030. And continue to grow, and continue to grow. While China's population declines slightly. All right, I can see some of you are getting a little bit behind. So I'll read the overview paragraph one more time. it can be clearly seen that China's population was higher than India's at the beginning of the century, but that India's population is growing more rapidly. And is expected to overtake China by 2030. And continue to grow while China's population declines slightly. And declines has an S on the end. Declines slightly. Okay, first detail paragraph. In 2000, the number of people living in India was 1 billion. In 2000, the number of people living in India was 1 billion. In 2000, the number of people living in India was 1 billion. So you need to write the word billion, billion. Okay, same as you can see the word here on this part of the graph. On the x-axis, it's billions. So you need to write the word billion. Compared to China's 1.25 billion. Compared to China's 1.25 billion. All right, a new sentence, everyone. However, India's population grew at a much faster rate. However, India's population grew at a much faster rate. However, India's population grew at a much faster rate. Than China's. With both countries predicted to have the same population. With both countries predicted to have the same population. And Bao Lang.
Yes.
Bao Lang, how much will the population be in 2030? Looking at the graph. How much?
Approximately 1.4 billions.
A little bit more than that, Bao Lang. Try again. Almost correct. 1.4 what? What is this?
1.445.
Correct.
For-
Good, Bao Lang. About 1.45. Everyone can see that. With these graphs, everyone, you don't have to be exact. Okay? Don't have to be exact. Don't worry about that. You can see this is about 1.45. Okay? You can see it's about halfway between. About. Close enough. About 1.45 billion. That's correct, Bao Lang. Good. By 2030. By 2030. That's the end of that sentence. So, Ming Tam, by 2030 is not a new sentence. It's the end of that sentence. That's right. Okay, leave a space, everyone. Leave a blank space. Now we're going to do the last detail paragraph. After 2030, this is a new paragraph, everyone. After 2030. After 2030. The number of people in India. The number of people in India. Is expected to continue to increase. Is expected to continue to increase. Is expected to continue to increase. While China's population peaks. While China's population peaks. And peaks has an S on the end. Peaks, peaks. And then begins to decline. And then begins to decline. Okay, new sentence, everyone. By 2050, by 2050, India's population is expected to be, India's population is expected to be, Kang Ewan, oi.
Yes, teacher.
By 2050, India's population is expected to be what?
To be approximately 1.6 billion.
Correct, Kang Ewan. India's population is expected to be 1.6 billion. You can see here very clearly, very easily, 1.6 billion. By 2050, India's population is expected to be 1.6 billion. While China's has fallen to, by 2050, India's population is expected to be 1.6 billion, while China's has fallen to Ling, how much? Have a look at the graph.
It's fallen to approximately 1.4 billion.
Correct. 1.4 billion. Very good. Everyone, you should be able to see here, while China's has fallen to 1.4 billion. You can see here's China, okay, 1.4 billion. While China's has fallen to 1.4 billion, a gap everyone, gap, G-A-P, G-A-P, a gap of 200 million. 200 million. End of sentence. End of sentence. So again, I hope you can all, okay, the gap. Gap is another word, just means the space between them. Gap, G-A-P, G-A-P. There is now a gap in the year 2050 between China and India of 2 billion. 1.4 billion, 1.6 billion. The gap is 200 million. Okay, new sentence. This is the last sentence, by the way. This is almost the opposite. This is almost the opposite. This is almost the opposite of 50 years earlier. This is almost the opposite of 50 years earlier. Ding Ming, Ding Ming. Ding Ming, oi.
Yes, teacher.
There is another word I could use instead of earlier. Okay, it's a very short word, 3 letters. The first letter of the word is A. Can you guess what it is? Means the same as earlier. This is almost the opposite of 50 years earlier. I can also use another word here instead of earlier. A short word, 3 letters, begins with the letter A. Not sure. Okay.
Yes.
Kang Ewan,
Yes.
can you guess what the word is that I'm thinking of, Kang Ewan? A synonym for earlier. A short word, 3 letters, begins with the letter A. Not sure? Okay. Xiaoming? Xiaoming, oi.
Can you hear me?
I can now, Xiaoming.
Thank you.
Okay. Can you think of the synonym I'm thinking of? Instead of earlier,
Can you
short
say
word,
again?
yeah,
Hiểu câu hỏi
instead
của thầy cũng đã trả lời to
earlier.
lên.
Earlier, I'm thinking of a word, 3 letters, begins with the letter A. Leon, do you know?
Chuyển từ earlier thành chuyển thành từ gì?
Sorry, Leon, I can't hear you.
I don't know. I think it.
Thầy gọi con trả lời nhanh lên chứ.
Can you hear me?
I can now, Leon.
Bé lắm, giờ vẫn nhỏ lắm. To lên.
I don't know. I think it quickly.
Okay, a short word, everyone, begins with, 3 letters. First letter is A instead of
with.
earlier. Sorry, what was that?
Ago.
Yes, ago, everyone. Ago, A-G-O, means the same. This is almost the opposite of 50 years ago. Ago. Ago and earlier are synonyms for this sentence, okay? Ago, ago, very simple word. 50 years ago. Or I could also say 50 years before. So there are 3 words I could use here: earlier, ago, or before. Okay, I'll just check everyone's answers. Okay, Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, remember, only need 4 paragraphs, Chung Hu. So this, okay, should be here like this, okay? Okay, Chung Hu?
All right.
Okay, 4 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Bao Lang. Bao Lang, let's have a look.
Yes.
Okay, that's good, Bao Lang. Perfect. Ha Ling. Ha Ling. Can you hear me, Ha Ling?
Yes.
I'm just reading what you have written. Okay, very good. That's perfect, Ha Ling. Good. Ming Tam.
Yes.
Okay, let's have a look here. Okay, just one mistake, Ming Tam. Just one mistake. This here. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. Just needs to be 1.4 billion, not billions, in this sentence. 1.4 billion. The rest is fine. Leon,
Yes.
I'm just looking at what you have written. Ewan,
Yes.
Just looking at what yours has written. Okay, yours is good. Thank you, Leon. Kang Uwe. Okay, again, just one small mistake, Kang Uwe. In this sentence, million doesn't need an S on the end. Okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't need the S. That's all. Ding Ming. Ding Ming.
Yes. I'm here.
Yeah. Looking at your answer, Ding Ming. Okay. Just remember here, China has a capital C. Okay.
Yes.
Like this.
Yes.
Okay, that's good, Ding Ming.
Okay. teacher.
Ming, can you hear me?
It got broken down, so
Okay, I can see you got a little bit behind, Ming.
yeah, because my connection is broken down, so I cannot hear you
Okay.
clearly.
Oh, okay. Okay, don't worry. You have got most. Okay, and I think that is everyone. Sorry, excuse me, everybody. I got a small cough. Okay, so does anyone have any questions about that before we leave this graph? So again, the words to remember for this, okay, predicted. Actually, I'll go up to the top by the graph so you can see. Okay, predicted is a word you use when you are talking about what might happen in the future. So this graph, of course, is both about the past and the future. So you have to change tenses, of course. This part of the graph, you use past tense. This part of the graph, you need to use future tense. Okay, so words such as continue to grow. You use continue, whereas past tense would be continued. All right, before we finish this, anyone have any questions about this graph or any words? Are there any words that anyone is not sure of? Please ask me if you're not sure. So again, the main thing to remember, 4 paragraphs. Please remember to leave a space between every paragraph. And please remember to use pot. Pot. To help plan your structure. Paraphrase, overview, 2 detail paragraphs. Your overview doesn't have any numbers. All right? And by the way, 2030 is a year, so it doesn't count as a number. 2030 is a year. So we're not counting it as a number. That's why I use 2030 in the overview. Okay, thank you, everyone. So for the rest of the lesson, we've got 30 minutes left. We're going to go on to speaking. And we're going to look at part 3 questions.
Okay, teacher.
Yes.
So sorry, because I was talking, but I didn't turn on the speaker. Give me 1 minute, please, to
Sure.
tell them. Okay. Bác vừa mới gửi vào trong nhóm của tất cả các con một cái quyển sách, because I am talking about the book, you know,
Right.
writing test 1 and 2 books. So because I want them to follow the book and to do extra exercise in that book.
Okay, so
No?
this is the new book we looked at last week, is it?
Yes, so we agreed about the book.
Yes,
We will give
yes,
them, okay?
yes,
So now
yes.
I am telling them about that.
Yeah.
But I think now I have to share it on the screen to them.
Mhm.
It's okay? Yes,
Sure.
and you okay, wait. Okay. Đúng nhỉ? Đây là cái quyển sách nhé mà bác đã gửi vào trong nhóm cho bọn con rồi đó, hiểu chưa nào? Tốt nhất là vì bác thấy là chúng mình là cái khả năng mình paraphrase rồi nó rất yếu, nó không phải yếu nữa. Mà hỏi mãi xong cứ trả lời chậm và rất là mờ đúng không? Thế thì tốt nhất là có một cái quyển sách này trong chúng mình phải làm thêm và đọc thêm nữa. Ví dụ như là trong cái quyển này trong thầy, nhưng mà thầy đã dạy các con như thế này. Trong này nó bao gồm có những cái topic rất là cơ bản. Có nghĩa trong một cái topic này các con có thể có nhiều các cái dạng bài khác nhau. Ví dụ như là unit 1 này đúng không? Advantage and disadvantage này đúng không? Xong cái dạng thứ hai là problem and solution essays này. Có nghĩa là tất cả nhóm 1, nhóm 2 chúng mình đều vẫn có thể học theo cái quyển này vẫn được, là có các cái dạng bài như này, đúng chưa? Nhưng cái dạng bài này thì ngoài ra thì trong mỗi một cái phần của nó thì nó gồm có đây, ví dụ này, đúng chưa nào? Ví dụ như trong cái bài này thì nó có cái trạng như là cái topic là về cái living abroad, thì dạng bài này là người ta làm cho, người ta hướng dẫn cho mình là kiểu như là viết cái thầy hướng dẫn thêm với các con tất nhiên rồi, là writing task 2 đây đúng không? Thế thì bây giờ trong ví dụ như cái bài này thì người ta sẽ có những cái ý nào ra đây bọn con phải tự đọc nữa, chứ không phải chỉ nghe mỗi thầy nói không, nó không bao giờ đủ được cả. Thầy dạy chứ các con chỉ làm ví dụ như là một tuần được có một tí thời gian đấy và các con học muốn thi được IELTS thì bắt buộc mỗi ngày mình bỏ ra ít nhất là phải từ 1 tiếng đến 1 tiếng rưỡi, đấy là ít nhất. Còn đến khúc thi rồi thậm chí là đến 3 tiếng với 4 tiếng một ngày. Chứ còn nếu học cưỡi ngựa săn hoa không học được nổi đâu, và không thi được cái chứ đấy nhá. Thế thì trong những cái bài này thì nó gồm có cái quyển sách nó rất là rõ ràng, con có thể in ra, xong rồi là những cái bài như này là những cái bài, ví dụ bài này thì mình có thể tự làm ở đây đúng không nào, xong cách viết, xong cách paraphrase như thế nào thì thầy sẽ hướng dẫn thêm cho các bọn con nữa. Ví dụ chẳng hạn như là trong cái phần này là người ta chẳng như là nói những cái thường là cái mạch tích cực hay mạch tiêu cực để mà đi đến một cái nước khác hoặc là đi ở một nơi nào khác thì nó có như nào, thì ít nhất là mình phải vạch được ra đầu dòng ra chứ bây giờ ý tưởng cũng không có, xong rồi là paraphrase cũng không biết cách làm, thế là ngồi vào trong không thể viết được. Mà bài viết cũng vậy, cái điểm nhiều thực ra cái bài nói cái bài vừa rồi bác vừa mới gửi kết quả cho chúng mình đấy, thì chỉ có mỗi tức là cái bài nói cũng vậy mà với cái bài viết vẫn kém lắm. Bài viết có Khánh Nguyên viết khá nhất thôi, còn các bạn viết vẫn rất là khá yếu đúng không? Hay là ví dụ như cái bài này nhá, cái bài như này các con bắt đầu phải làm gì, đọc to nó lên, đọc to bật ra khỏi mồm để cho mình làm sao đến khi mình nói mình có thể thành thạo được. Còn nếu mình không đọc nó ra thì cứ nhí trong mồm không làm đâu, ở trong nhà đọc nó lên. Ok, xong rồi thầy sẽ hướng dẫn sau cho các bạn thêm cả sách này. Thank you teacher, sorry for interrupting you. Okay.
No, thank you, Mrs. Ha. No, that was very useful. Thank you. Come in. Come in. Come in.
Say the 5 again, please. Okay.
Okay. Okay, everyone. So last week, of course, we did the speaking test as well. I know some of you were a little bit nervous about doing the speaking test, but that's fine. It's fine to be nervous, a little bit nervous, especially when we haven't done this before. But we will keep practicing this. So the more times you practice, of course, hopefully the less nervous you will become. So one of the things that nobody did right in the speaking test, you need to give examples of things you are talking about. Okay, this is a very useful way of showing how good your vocabulary is and also showing how fluent you are in English if you can give examples for things. So what we're going to do now for the rest of the lesson, I'm going to give you some part 3 type questions. I want you to answer them, okay? And I want you to practice giving me examples. I will give you an example of this. Okay, Leon, I'll start with you.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you questions about your home. Okay, Leon?
Okay.
All right, so these are part 3 type questions. So you need to give me a longer answer, maybe 4 or 5 sentences. Okay, Leon? 4 or 5 sentences. Okay, and I want you to try and give me an example. All right, when we do this question. All right, so the question is, Leon, why do some people buy lots of things for their home? Why do some people like to buy lots of things for their home?
I think people, they buy a lot of things for their home because they will live in there for a long time, so they need to have the thing that will help them in the real life. And
yeah, so for example, this is where you use your example, Leon. Okay,
Yeah.
for example.
For example, I need to buy a laptop for a work, for study, like that.
Okay, you need to buy a laptop or a book, did you say?
A laptop.
Yeah, you need to buy a laptop. What was the rest of the sentence, Leon?
For a work and
For work. For work.
yeah, and study.
And to help you study.
Yes.
Okay, good. Good example, Leon. Okay, so Leon did it correctly. So she talked about, and remember, by the way, there are no correct answers for this. You can answer any way you like as long as you give an answer in 3 or 4 sentences. Okay, what the examiner is listening for is your English. That's what they are listening for, not whether your answer is correct or not. So the example Leon gave was a laptop to help her work and study. Okay, Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, Chung Hu, here is your question. Okay, do you think it is very expensive to make a home look nice?
Yeah, I think it's very expensive to make a home look nice. Because like we have to cost a lot of money to buy some furniture or something similar like that just to decorate our house.
Okay, so I
And
just correct you. Sorry, Chung Hu. We have to spend a lot of money. Okay, spend a lot of money. You said cost a lot of money. We have to cost a lot of money. So we have to spend a lot of money to buy things for the house. Okay, keep going, Chung Hu.
And the second thing is like it will make us waste time to decorate the house with it. And the final thing is, despite the fact that it looked great, it looked very great or something.
It looked very nice. Looked very nice. Better
very
way.
nice.
Yeah.
It could easily broke or worse.
All right. Now give me an example, please, Chung Hu. An example of something you can buy to make your house look nice. For example,
like the garden. Yeah.
Can you think of something that you might buy to make your house look nice?
No, okay.
Or even what about something simple, Chung Hu, like even flowers, okay? Flowers, okay? Or a nice frame, excuse me, a nice frame for a photo of your family. You understand what I mean by frame, Chung Hu?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that is something. That is an example of something you can buy to help make your home look nice. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Chung Hu?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to give some sort of example. Okay, Ha Ling, Haling.
Yes.
Okay, Haling, you are next. By the way, Bao Lang, you are next, then Ming Tam. Bao Lang, then Ming Tam. But Haling,
Yes.
why don't some people care about the way their home looks? You want me to repeat the question, Haling?
Yes. My internet is disconnect. Can you please
Okay.
repeat the questions, please?
Of course. Why don't some people care about how their home looks?
Wait, can you speak again?
Sure. Why don't some people care about how their home looks?
I think some people don't care about how the house is look because they just it's so hard to answer because I don't have many ideas on my brain.
Okay, so here's an idea, Harling. Maybe some people don't care what other people think. Okay, is one answer. Okay, some people don't care about how their house looks or their home looks because they don't care what other people think of them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that is one reason. Another reason might be they are so busy. Okay, they are too busy. Does that make sense, Harley?
Yes.
They are too busy to like clean the house or tidy the house. Now, I'm sure that is not the way that you live, Harling. Okay. But that is an answer, okay? You can say, some people don't care how their home looks because they are too busy, okay? They are never at home, okay? They don't notice that their house is untidy. So they are two reasons, okay, Harling?
Yes.
That makes sense? Okay. So now I've given you two reasons. Can you give me think of an example you could give for one of these reasons? Make one up if you can't think of one.
Okay, can you ask again and I will answer.
Okay. Why don't some people care about how their home looks?
I think people doesn't care too much about how their house look because they are so busy for their work and maybe they lazy to clean the house, so they doesn't care so much about their house.
Okay, for example. So remember, we're doing this so you can practice giving examples. For example.
For examples, my mother is so busy about her work at the company, and everything in the house is sometimes it's
the word would be untidy. Untidy.
Untidy, and
yeah.
I will be a pupil who tidy all of the object.
Okay, I will be the person. I will be the person.
I will be the persons who
Good.
tidy the house.
Tidy there. Good. That's better, Harling. I will be the person who tidies the house. Remember, person is singular. People is plural. So if you're just talking about you, it is person. I will be the person who tidies the house. Good. That's better, Harling. Okay. Bao Lang.
Yes.
Okay, Bao Lang, you are next. Ming Tam is next, by the way, then Ding Ming. Ming Tam, then Ding Ming. Bao Lang, why do some people buy lots of things for their home?
I think that is a hobby that many people have, like decorating the house. So for example, I am the flower lover, so I really like to like fill my house full of the flowers.
Okay, good. So just 2 corrections. I fill my house with flowers. Okay, fill my house with flowers. Okay, and the word you need to say decorating. Decorating. Can you say that please for me, Bao Lang? Decorating.
Decorating.
Good. Decorating. Decorating. One more time, please, Bao Lang. Decorating.
Decorating.
Good. I like decorating my house with flowers. I like decorating my house with pictures. I like decorating my house with nice colors. Does that make sense, Bao Lang?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good answer. Good example. Okay. Ming Tam,
Yes.
do you think it has to be very expensive to make a home look nice?
Can you repeat again?
Sure. Do you think, I will paraphrase this, do you think you need to spend a lot of money to make your home look nice?
Yes. I think to spend a lot of money to make home look nice. Because
Okay. Do you think you have to spend a lot of money? Think what you would do, Ming Tam. Okay. Can you make your home look nice without spending a lot of money?
yes.
Yes.
Because
Yes. For example.
you
Okay, I'll try one more time, Ming Tam. Can you make your home look nice without spending a lot of money?
Yes, I can. Because
Con có hiểu câu hỏi của thầy không đã?
con có.
Rất đơn giản mà tại sao ấy nhỉ? Mà trả lời khó thế? Làm cho ngôi nhà của mình đẹp hơn mà không cần phải tiêu nhiều tiền thế. Thử nghĩ xem nào. Đây thử nghĩ nhanh ra, xong rồi từ nào mà không ấy thì hỏi thêm. Ok.
Yeah. You can plant many tree or flower.
And what else?
And have many picture in our house.
Good. Okay, that's better, Ming Tam. So you are correct. You don't need to spend a lot of money to make your home look nice. Okay, you can maybe just have some flowers, okay, maybe some pictures, all right, and also just make sure your home is tidy, okay? You don't need to spend a lot of money, do you, to make your home tidy? You just make sure everything is clean and everything is not a mess. Does that make sense, Ming Tam?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ming Tam. Okay, Ding Ming. Ding Ming, you are next, then Jia Ming, then Kang Ewan. And
Yes.
then we will finish. Okay, Ding Ming.
Yes.
Do you think you need to spend a lot of money to make your home look nice?
I think it's yes. Because the
Không cần
first
phải because đâu, bỏ cái từ because đi. Làm cái gì đấy, làm dọn nhà dọn cửa sạch sẽ này, trang trí này, đấy những kiểu thế.
because I can work at home and I can make handmade and I can make a DIY item and clean the house and everything near city. And I think I can
Sorry, Dingming, what was your third item? So you said you can make DIY items. That's good. Okay. And
yes,
you can clean the house. Yeah.
yes,
And what is the next thing? What is the next thing?
arrange ar arrange
Decorate.
arrange thing nearly.
Arrange
Neatly.
things neatly.
Neatly.
Neatly is the word.
Neatly. Gọn gàng
Neatly.
nhé.
Good.
Neatly. And I can uh I can use the flower and
hmm
the tree in my house, and
Okay. I can decorate is the word you need to use. Okay.
I can
I
decorate.
can decorate my home with flowers and trees. Can you say that, please, Ding Ming? I can decorate.
I can decorate the
Good.
house,
With
my
with
house with my with
with flowers and
flower and trees.
good. I can decorate my home with flowers and trees. Good, Ding Ming. Okay. So decorate just means to have these flowers and trees inside your house. Decorate. Okay. Decorate just
Yes.
means to have them inside your house. That's good, Ding Ming. Thank you. Okay. Just two more of these. Zhaming. Zhaming.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Zhaming. Why do you think some people don't care about how their home looks?
People don't care about how the how can you say again?
Yeah.
Can you
Why
ask me again?
yeah, why don't some people care about how their home looks?
The reason why people care about
Okay, they don't
how
care. They don't
they don't
care.
care.
Hmm.
The reason why they don't care about their house look because I think they are too lazy to clean their house
Mhm.
or they are too busy to do it. And for example, my parent is too busy so that they cannot clean. And me and my brother, we are really lazy to clean our house, so we don't we don't care about or how it look like.
Okay. Okay. Me and my brother, we are too lazy to clean the house. Okay, so we don't worry. We don't worry about what it looks like. Can you say that sentence, please, Xiaoming? Me and my brother, we are too lazy to clean our house because
Me and my brother is too lazy to clean our house because we
we don't worry.
we
We
don't
don't
worry
worry
about
about what it
what is
looks like.
like.
Sorry, can you finish the sentence, Xiaoming?
Say it again.
Yeah, can you finish the sentence, please? I didn't hear you. I think your connection broke. Can you say again, please?
Me and my brother is too lazy to worry about what how looks like.
Okay, good. Me and my brother, we don't worry about what the house looks like. Okay, good example. Thank you, Xiaoming. Okay, and finally, Kang Uan. Kang Uan.
Yes.
Why do some people like to buy lots of things for their home, Kang Uan?
Uh, I think that bought uh, they buy a lot of things to decorate their house.
Because why?
Uh, I I think I think people buy a lot of things for their house because they want to make their house looks better.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I
Yeah. Keep going.
uh,
For example, what is something you bought for your house, or something that your mother has bought for your house to make it look better?
my mother bought some flowers and some mm,
Some flowers, and what else? What is something else? What is something else you could buy for your house to make it look nicer, Kang Ewan? What do you think?
my
There are many things, many things. Choose one.
my mother decorate my house by some flowers and some small trees, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay, so this shouldn't be too hard, Kang Ewan. There are many, many things that you can buy, of course, to make your house look nicer. I mean, you are right. Some people like to buy lots of things for their home because they want to make the home look better. For example, they might buy some flowers. They might have some photos. They might buy some nice pictures. Okay? They might buy what is the English name for the container you put flowers into, Kang Ewan? Begins with V. Begins with V. The English name for
It's
something you put flowers into. What is it?
the vase.
Yeah, vase or vase. Usually pronounced vase. But yes, spelled V-A-S-E. Okay, so maybe you might buy a nice vase. Okay, help make your home look nicer. Okay. All right, everyone. We will continue more about this sort of speaking, giving examples next week. And we will also be looking at the book that Mrs. Ha shared with you before. So the main thing to remember out of this speaking lesson is that when you are giving reasons for something, bao lang, when you are giving reasons for something, you must also give what?
Example.
Correct. Thank you, Bao Lang. You must also give examples of something. So, for example, if the question is, why do some people buy lots of things for their home? The answer might be because they want to make their home look nice. For example, they might buy flowers or trees or pictures or vases. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to everyone. When all these questions, any questions for speaking, you need to think of examples, okay, because these help you show that you are more fluent, okay, that you can speak English better, and that you can also show your vocabulary. Okay, so examples is a necessary thing you must do when answering questions. Very hard, I know, to think of an example for everything, but you must try to do it for most things. So everyone, that's the end of the lesson for this afternoon. Thank you for coming. Great to see you all again. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hope you can relax, get some rest. I hope you all have a very happy week, and I look forward to seeing you all again next Sunday. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,